everyone. Thank you guys for being here so early. I'm very, very happy. I'm very happy that you guys are here. And of course, oh, thank you, Froglin. Thank you so much. Still going strong, sending positive frog vibes. Nice. So I'm still co-hosted by my lovely friend, the Holy Flame. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
And yeah, we're gonna do another story. How is everyone doing today? I've been staring at you for a while now. I can see why. I had that yesterday with your stream, Frog. Holy is
I'm
low.
low.
There's difference. Okay,
More power.
is this better?
Unlimited power.
Let us know if it's better. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How are you, Holy?
I am doing very well. How about you?
Nervous, but I'm always nervous.
Nervous, yeah. Perfect, Sir
Nice.
Frogman
I'm
says.
glad.
Very nice, very nice.
So, should we just jump in?
Is everybody ready?
Is everybody done?
You think you are ready?
Nervous.
Nervous.
Nervous? The holiness is growing. Like that, Momo.
Unlimited power.
So let's jump into chapter 3.
I guess so, huh? Chapter 3. As Amarilla awoke the next morning, she realized immediately that something had changed around her. A new smell entered her nose. Something familiar, but not something she knew. Looking around, she slowly got up to look past the bushes that were hiding her a little. Near a large cart, a woman sat hidden in her large cloak. She was cutting up some dried meat. Amarilla huffed to make the woman realize that she was there, but the lady didn't look surprised at all.
Good morning! I don't have anything fresh for you because I haven't hunted, but you can have some dried meat if you prefer. I'd rather you didn't eat my horse.
Since she came from the bushes, Amarilla could get a clearer view of the woman, who had a slight purring to her voice. A cat-like face greeted her enthusiastically, whiskers and all. Amarilla could imagine furry pointy ears being hidden underneath the hood of the cloak. She recognized the species, but wasn't sure what they were called. She also noticed a sturdy horse, standing on the other side of the cart, eating some grass.
I can tell you're not what you appear to be. Care to show me your full form?
A big grin adorning her face. Knowing the lady was a creature herself and seemed harmless, she had less trouble changing into her natural form for her. When the change was complete, she still covered herself.
I don't suppose you have some clothing for me to borrow? Oh, no, sweetie. I don't do borrowing. I can sell them to you. I don't have anything on me.
She almost added the word, literally.
You can pay me back later. Don't even worry. My name is Lunara. Who might you be? I'm Amarilla.
She replied timidly. Lenara jumped up, gave the meat in her hands to Amarilla, and started rummaging in her cart. Eventually, she pulled out a long, flowy, dark green fabric. When she held it by the shoulders, Amarilla realized it was a dress. Short sleeves, a tighter body, and long, flowing skirts. This lady must have had mind-reading skills, because it was exactly the type of clothing Amarilla would have chosen for herself. Lenara also grabbed a simple black sweater.
It may not go well together, but we wouldn't want you to get cold. I run quite hot. The dress is enough.
Amarilla said, taking the dress from the woman. She tried to give the meat back, but Lunara shook her head.
Eat it! It's a gift!
She said, already on her next thought. Lunara had grabbed a few separate pieces of cloth and a little box. She started sewing pieces together. Amarilla pulled the dress over her head, a little awkwardly, because she still had the meat in one hand. After she put on the dress, Amarilla sat down on the ground and started nibbling on the dried meat.
What happened to your leg? I see it got some attention already. I've been shot, and yeah, It has been stitched already. How did you get so deep into the forest with a leg like that?
Her hands steadily working on a project.
The humans that fixed my leg didn't want to set me free so close to the city, so I should be fine in a few days. Just walking is just a little difficult. Understandable. I need to get back to the city. My things are hidden on the outskirts of town. Regul. I need to go back to Regul. Oh, that's where I'm headed next too. I frequent a market there to sell my merchandise.
She pointed to her cart.
It might, I might, I think it might be a good idea if you come with me, you can, so you can pay me for the dress later. I need to change that. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Sorry.
Gratitude took over, so Amarilla just nodded at her. It would at the very least be easier to get back to the city together.
What kind of things do you sell?
Amarilla asked after a short silence. Lenara seemed content in her project, but before traveling together, she would prefer to know a little about her new temporary companion.
I make all kinds of little trinkets. Some clothing.
She said, leaving space for Amarilla, so Amarilla knew that there were more things.
Whenever you're ready, we'll leave for the city. We might make it before night. Do you know the way? Of course I do. I've been there many times before.
She said, beaming at Amarilla. Pointy fangs showed underneath her upper lip. It was nearly scary to see if Amarilla didn't know she could have fangs like that on command.
Whenever you're ready.
Amarilla said, getting up carefully. As a human, her leg definitely hurt more, so she had to tread carefully. They started walking towards a path in the forest.
How did you find me in the forest anyway?
Amarilla asked, knowing she had strayed off most paths for quite a long way. Lenara was tinkering with a new thing in her hands as they walked. The horse pulled the cart with them, and without guidance, he stayed close by.
Oh, my nose is probably better than the one you have right now. I smelled the blood and wanted to see if whatever it was okay. Well, thank you.
They walked in near silence for a while. Every once in a while, Lenara hummed a song she had in her head to herself. She seemed to have a lot of energy. After the last few days, Amarilla couldn't bring up that amount of energy. They walked for hours, until the sun was at its highest. That was the time Amarilla had to ask for a break. Her leg had grown more painful with every passing hour, and she felt a little woozy from the effort.
Oh, of course. We'll sit a while, just up ahead.
They continued on a little while longer, and found a nice, quiet resting place. With her heightened hearing, Amarilla knew there was a creek flowing nearby.
Perhaps I should grab some water in the creek.
She offered, already thankful for the helpfulness of this lady.
Oh, fresh water would be lovely. I'll just go over. Do you have a canteen or cups for us to use?
From a large backpack that lay in the cart, she grabbed two large bottles and handed them to Amarilla.
I'll be right back.
She answered, taking the bottles from her. It still took her a little while to walk towards the sound of the water, but eventually she got there and filled up the bottles. With the two heavy bottles in tow, she stumbled back slowly. As she nearly reached their quiet resting place, an unfamiliar scent entered her nose. She could also hear the horse restlessly tapping her feet on the floor, neighing softly. Amarilla put the bottles down near a tree and crept closer. She could hear soft voices and a muffled cry, hiding mostly behind the bushes. She could see four creatures. One of them, a tall, thin reptilian creature, was holding Lunara tightly around the waist, trapping her arms inside the embrace. Another, a buff man with tusks like a boar, appeared to have just gagged her with a cloth. The two others were clearly on the lookout. Twins, she would expect. They looked identical. They had wicked grins on their faces, but something was off. They could they could have looked human, were it not for the shimmer of decaying flesh she could see through the veil they had put over themselves. The one that had gagged Lunara started rummaging through the cart. making the horse even more nervous. A jolt of anger shot through Amarilla. She pulled the dress off her body and shifted into her wolf form. Without thinking, she jumped through the bushes and into the open space. The twin demons saw her first and tried to attack, but Amarilla was fast. She dove into the snake man and bit in his arm, a surefire way to make him set her free. A loud hiss and a yell of anger sounded together. Lunara had ripped off the gag quicker than Amarilla would have expected. The hiss came from her, the angry shout from the man she had just bitten. The twins came closer. She had to move away before they got onto her. She realized it had been their scent she had picked up. It smelled rotten, decaying. Lunara went after the man with the boar tusks.
How dare you go through my things?
She yelled, high-pitched. Another hiss followed, and claws lashed out at him. She whipped around, just as Amarilla lashed out at the twins. Just in time, too, because the reptilian had crept up behind Amarilla. Lunara clawed him violently in the back, and he retreated. She turned back to the boar man, and he tackled her. One bite from Amarilla into the leg of the twins made it very clear the two were related and linked, because as soon as she heard bones crunch, both creatures fell to the ground. She hopped away, growling at the reptilian, but he didn't come closer. By the time Amarilla had come closer to Lunara and her attacker, the situation had twisted to such an extent that Lunara was on top of him, clawing at his face.
Did you think I would be a merchant and not have my own defenses?
She hissed. The man only grunted, and as his face and hands became bloody. The twins and the reptilian started fleeing, so Amarilla stepped over to Lunara and made a small, gruff sound.
Don't let me ever see you near me again.
Lunara added to the boar man, and she scrambled away from him, stepping behind Amarilla. He got up and came closer, like he would attack again. Amarilla raised her hackles, and a deep growl emanated from her chest. She took 2 steps forward and raised her front lip, showing off her teeth. She could see the choice that man made before he acted. He went to charge, but before he could move, her teeth ripped a tear into his thigh, and he dropped to one knee. She had been sure he wouldn't back down easily. Boars were stubborn creatures, but this was a moment where she could see his defeat. He got up and scampered away toward his buddies.
There's the end of the chapter.
There's chapter 1 end, or chapter 3 end.
Hi Jelly, thank you for being here.
Hey, Jelly.
Slayer killer.
Slayer killer,
What?
yeah, that's me.
That was your fault, Jelly. I was there. You made him.
Kiana can vouch for me.
Yes. So, any guesses who Lunara might be based on, guys? She sounds familiar.
Momo.
Maybe. So, what do you guys think? This is the first battle scene. I wonder who. I'm very curious what you guys think so far.
What do y'all think?
I think
Sir Frogler rolls for initiative.
Frog turned around to me the first name was told. Oh, well, then the question remains, did I do the voice correctly? Mr. Nightdream with the raid, thank you for raiding. Thank you for being here. Nice.
Hell yeah.
Hello to all the raiders. Thank you for being here. I hope you stick around.
You may have started a little early then.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
We may have started.
Fair. I mean, we did this quite quickly.
Yeah, surprisingly fast.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. What do you think so far? for the people who were here for chapter 3. Sorry, Knight, you missed a little bit of a chapter.
A little bit of a chapter.
Full, full
A full
chapter.
chapter.
Thank you, Momo.
Thank you.
And thank you, Frog. You did
Frog
start a
loves
little
it.
late yourself. Yes, I know, Knight. We noticed.
Yeah.
But it's all good. You had a good stream
It's
too.
all good.
I was there for most of it.
Yeah, just had to leave right at the end.
Yeah, basically. So I guess
I was
we'll...
also clicking around through my tabs because I noticed that I still had to mute Knight because I could hear him in my headphones.
Oh, I couldn't, so that's a good thing. Mine wouldn't have picked it up.
You finished Medieval, wow.
Nice!
Damn.
Now you're not going to tell me you're about done. Ah, no, Knight is one chapter behind, yes. Knight, you have plenty of games. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Yeah. You'll be fine. Sounds like a badass. Hell yeah.
Only when you touch your stuff.
Yes.
True, true. I do have an idea. There we go. Are we getting more teasers then?
Ooh.
I do like your teasers.
They're so cool. So much effort.
Yeah, I agree. Possibly. Can't wait. Like, really. A poll for Knight's next game. You should do that in Discord. Definitely. But then
Yeah,
it
or
won't be a
yeah.
surprise.
Right.
So either or. A poll or teasers.
Unless he already has an idea for it.
Teasers get messed up. Oh no, they don't. Don't worry. Things
I mean,
happen.
if you poll for it.
Hmm?
If you poll for the game,
Yeah,
then
then
yeah,
you won't be
teasers
able
don't
to.
really make sense.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's either or. One of the two.
Yep.
So should we continue with chapter 4?
Is everybody ready for chapter 4?
Let's give them a second to reply.
Of course.
I do have an idea though, yeah, and I'll most likely go through with it. Nice. Then you can do
Sweet.
teasers. And we like
Hell
teasers.
yeah. Knight seems ready. Dragon Wolf is ready.
ready.
My body is ready.
Suzu is ready.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. My body is ready.
Actually, let me just take a sippy real quick.
Yes, stay
Actually,
hydrated.
you should take a sippy. You're talking a lot today. Good boy.
There you go.
There we go. My cat says, let's get it on.
I
Nice.
thought you were allergic to cats.
Good point. So let's continue.
Yep.
Yeah.
When they calmed down a little bit from the adrenaline, Amarilla went to grab her dress and the bottles of water from the hiding place. She changed back and realized after that her leg started bleeding a little, because of the effort it had taken to attack. Lunara silently cleaned the wound, and to Amarilla's dismay, she re-stitched it without anesthetics. She also couldn't seem to wash away the taste of those twins. She rinsed her mouth with fresh water and ate several pieces of dried meat, but it still tasted rotten in her mouth.
Those were weird demons.
Lunara said when Amarilla voiced her nausea.
I don't know what you could do to fix it. It'll be alright. Maybe it'll go away by itself. We shouldn't stay here too long. If we rest more, they might come back.
Amarilla nodded and started to put all things the boar had plucked from the cart back in. When both of them cleared up all of her things, she pet her horse and they walked. She pet her horse and they went back on their way. It wasn't until late in the day, almost dark, that they could see the lights coming into view.
Thank you for helping me back there.
Lunara said, fidgeting with the edge of her shirt.
Of course, you helped me first.
Marilla said immediately.
Yeah, I guess so.
She mumbled, less chirpy as she had sounded earlier that day. A silence fell for a while.
I know a place where we can stay for a night or two. Unless you want to go find your things first. My things are on the other side of town. I should head there tomorrow. Besides, I don't have proper payment there either. I might as well work for my dress.
Lenora nodded and led her to a farmhouse near the edge of the city. The human that lived there happily welcomed her happily welcomed her when they knocked on the door. The cart and horse were taken to the stables by a human male, and the female that had opened the door took Lunara and Amarilla into the house.
I didn't think you'd ever bring another friend.
She, the human mentioned.
She'd been kind to me. Can I use my old room?
She asked, a little more closed off. Oh God, come on. Hold on, I gotta.
Take your time. Sorry for the disruption, guys. It can happen. Oh, I'm very curious to who that cat might be. Dino Dad's cat. I hope you guys can hear the music in the background, by the way. It's very soft on purpose.
Excuse me, where were we?
We were at the purple lines. So she had been kind to me. Can I use my old room?
She asked, a little more closed off than she had been so far.
Yes, of course. You're always welcome to stay here.
They were led to two separate bedrooms. The woman didn't introduce herself to Amarilla. She wasn't sure why. For the first time in weeks, she finally had a bed to sleep. Oh God, to sleep in. But the softness wasn't comfortable to her anymore. She put the blankets and pillow on the ground and went to lay on them. It was a comfortable temperature in the house, so she didn't need any blankets to cover herself. For safety purposes, she tended to sleep as a wolf outside because her wolf senses were way stronger than her heightened senses as a human. She preferred being able to attack at any time if necessary. While she didn't feel completely safe in the house, she knew the inhabitants were both completely human by smell alone. Fairly soon after she laid down on the makeshift bed, she drifted off to sleep. When Amarilla woke up and she walked up to the window, it took her little time to realize it was very late in the afternoon. She picked up the blanket and pillow and placed them neatly on the bed. Feeling a little insecure about sleeping in so late, she debated just staying in the room. She was anxious, but left the room anyway. In the kitchen, she found the woman preparing for dinner.
Ah, you're awake. Lunara went to the market early in the morning. She told me you'd prefer to sleep for a while longer, so I just left you to sleep. I hope you're well rested now. Oh, thank you. I think I'll go look for her now. Good! You can take these. I made them for both of you.
She beamed, handing her a box with 6 large cookies.
Thank you so much.
Amarilla said. She hadn't really expected such a welcome from a woman who didn't give her name. She dawdled a little bit, said a soft goodbye, and went outside to find Lunera. On her way into the city, she already ate 2 of the cookies. They were delicious. It wasn't hard to find the market. She could follow Lunera's smell, but she could also just follow the horde of people heading there for the end of the day sales. She walked past stalls of people selling just about everything you could think of: foods, delicacies, special herbs and spices, clothing, jewelry, trinkets, you name it. She also saw several vendors with a specific paranormal side to their stall, where creatures, unknowingly to humans, would be able to buy or sell the weirdest things. Amarilla usually didn't venture much into that world. She preferred to keep her trading to sustenance or clothing. The scent of Lunara was getting stronger, so she followed it across the market. Eventually, she heard Lunara quicker than she saw her. A group of people were standing by her stall, enthusiastic about the wares. She heard Lunara excitedly name prices and uses for her things. back to the bubbly person she was when they met the previous day. With all that happened, it felt like she had known her for longer. But her kindness had been the most important trait to Amarilla. She stood in the shadows, watching Lunara do her work. She was very energetic and talked to all of the customers for a little bit before letting them run off with their purchases. When for a moment there were less people around the stall, Amarilla stepped towards Lunara, and both women smiled when their eyes met.
Can I help you here?
Amarilla offered, stepping forward.
No, this is fine. Besides, you don't know the prices.
Amarilla nodded and watched for a while how Lunara conducted her business. As the afternoon was coming to a close, she was tired of standing around in the same place for too long. She moved around the stall a little bit, stretching her legs.
If you like, you could go around for a while. I will close off soon, but I'll still need to put everything away. At least now you can see the city the way it's meant to be viewed.
Amarilla handed Lunara the remaining cookies and did just as she said. She walked around the market and looked through the city. It became darker outside, but she wasn't bothered. She wasn't even tired, because she had slept for so long. As the dark crept in, more creatures she recognized hit the street. Humans had a veil across their eyes, so they wouldn't see the strange appearance of the creatures, but she wasn't completely human, so she could see straight through those. She strayed away from the market that was being torn down for the night, ending up in a darker side of the city. A scent piqued her interest, a scent that had interested her before. She knew she'd find David somewhere in the city, but the smell was so clear to her that it was like a colored path was guiding her to him. She took her time still, walking through some alleys into darker places. The closer she got, the stronger the scent. Uh, she did she did also smell other creatures close by. She knew have to be careful. A couple more minutes later, the smell got overwhelming. There were only one of two ways to have that happen. She had learned in the past. She would either have to be hugging him, or he was bleeding. Since she couldn't even see him yet, she knew he had to be hurt. Her legs picked up a stronger pace immediately, instinctively. She zigzagged through the alleyways until she ended up near a little warehouse. The doors were open and she could hear several voices yelling loudly. She sneaked up to the doors and sniffed once more, just to make sure he was in there. He most definitely was. A quick glance into the room showed her a circle of people, viewing two men in the middle who were circling each other. One was a small, thin creature with scaly skin. The other was David. She could immediately see why his scent had become so strong. He had blood running from a wound near his eyebrow as he threw punches to his opponent. For some reason, her instinct was to protect David. She fought the urge and watched the battle unfold. He threw his punches well. They were almost all direct hits. The other got in a few punches, but nothing too bad. As they circled each other, Amarilla could see the blood on his face had already dried. One full blow to the bottom jaw of his opponent, and the creature was knocked out on the ground. David won. She had strayed closer to the fight. While it had gone on, no one seemed surprised. But most creatures outside of the human race could tell people were different. She saw how David received money from a person and started walking away from the others. He noticed her standing near the door and steered towards her. He looked a little intimidating with the drying blood on his face and shirt. "You made it back. You shouldn't be here," he said, pointing at the warehouse. "It's not safe here."
I do have something to protect myself, inside myself. I smelled you and you wanted to have another conversation.
He nodded. He understood her reasoning. "How long will you be in the city?" he asked. "I can't talk right now."
I'll be here tomorrow for sure.
"Let's meet up then. At the little cafe near the market, maybe,"
Okay.
she said, perhaps a little disappointed. She had come a long way to find him again, but by the way he kept looking over his shoulder, he realized he really didn't trust anything about the situation.
I'll see you tomorrow then.
She said, a little more decided. He only nodded and then watched her leave. Unlike the others watching her, at least with him, she felt like he was looking out for her. The others that checked her leaving had less honorable intentions. She didn't look back too much as she left the darker edge of the city behind her and found her way back to Lunera. After spending so much time with her the previous day, she would have found Lunera easily by scent, but it wasn't necessary. Before Amarilla actually reached the market, where she intended to begin her search, Lunera pounced on her.
Where have you been? What have you been up to? I've had such a good day.
She prattled on as she looped her arm through Amarilla's.
I went to find a friend. I promised to meet him tomorrow.
She answered, still a little distracted. Amarilla couldn't grasp why anyone would do such a thing, even for money.
Need me to come with you?
Lunara asked, interpreting her thoughtfulness as fear.
Oh, I don't know. I trust him.
She muttered, unsure what David wanted to talk about. She wasn't sure how he would react if another person was with her. He could shut down completely. With the other people she had seen him with, he didn't appear very open at all, almost untrusting. Lunara's bubbly personality might clash too much with his stoic calm.
Weren't you going to put up your stall again tomorrow? Yes, I was. I do really need the money. Just open the stall tomorrow. I'll be fine. Okay.
And that was that. It seemed to be out of Lunara's mind immediately. They reached the house they had stayed at the previous day and went in. The lady of the house immediately jumped up and told them that she would make them a grand dinner. Lunara just smiled.
You're too kind, Imelda. Thank you.
Amarilla also expressed her gratitude, because besides the cookies, she hadn't eaten all day. It was way easier getting food as a wolf than as a human. Amarilla ended up helping Imelda, cutting up vegetables and stirring in a pot when Imelda told her to. It was a hearty stew and tasted amazing. Both Lunara and Amarilla were full after one bowl. They chatted at the dinner table for a while, about their lives and why Lunara was traveling the markets.
I love traveling. This way I get to see the world and earn some money to feed myself.
She explained.
Understandable. Where will you go next? I'm not sure yet. I will get you the money tomorrow for the dress. I'll do whatever odd job I can find. Don't worry about it. You've already paid for it by saving me.
Moved by her words, Amarilla bent forward and put her arms around the woman.
I should head to bed.
Lunara said, but she did hug Amarilla back. They parted ways and went to their separate rooms.
That was it for today.
And there you go.
It was shorter than I thought.
It was a lot shorter than we thought.
Cherry Shadows. Oh my god. 3 months. Thank you so much. I couldn't really react, but I did try to. Hearts. What's wrong with David, Mr. Frog?
David, huh?
Huh?
Interesting.
Interesting? Why?
You think interesting?
You saw me, I'm glad. Oh my god, chat is going so fast.
Nothing wrong at all.
We demand more by Suzu.
And more, but
and Momo.
Cherry as well.
And Cherry.
Momo as well.
I'm sorry guys, I don't have anything more prepared.
3 chapters next time?
Maybe. I do have enough. I just don't have it prepared.
Technically we have enough.
Yes. We'll figure it out. I like how 7 is the one saying that.
Yeah.
I really do like that.
Honestly, yes.
Wings! That is basically the image I was going for your picture. Just, I like them both.
It works really well.
Yeah, I agree. So what did you guys think? They're back together. they found each other again? Let me know. I'm curious. Maybe. We'll talk about it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Lovely story. Thank you, Dragon Wolf. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Froglin. When we get story time. Oh,
The, mm,
we'll have to figure out when the next time will be anyway.
yeah.
We'll definitely talk about it. And don't you forget to hydrate. You talk a lot today.
I did.
No
I did
one
hydrate.
redeemed it this time, so I better say it. You need more character development. Why? You don't know them enough? I mean, I have already 11 chapters.
I mean, you had questions about defeat. Did you miss chapter 1 and 2?
Oh, that's a very good question. No problem, Cherry. Work is important. Have good work.
Yeah.
Love you, the Cherry.
The family loves you too.
Yes.
Did not miss anything so far. Just once more.
Sippy sippy by 7.
All I need is more.
We all do, don't worry.
Yeah.
Even me.
Yeah, we are so far ahead of this, but still not
Stretch.
far enough.
Momo did a stretch. Are you stretching with me?
Good stretchies.
It's actually really nice.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, you cracked.
Yep.
That's a good stretch.
Good neck cracks. Ha.
Don't think I can do it now. No. Doesn't let me. So what do you think? What do you think is gonna happen? Because I'm very curious.
Where do you think we're going?
Exactly. Stretch noises. Woohoo!
Some good stretch ASMR.
Exactly. Where do you guys think this is going? I'm so curious.
Yeah.
Waiting for people typing is always nerve-wracking.
I know, right? Hmm.
I really don't know, but I want to know. It's worth a damn good time. Good damn time.
Honestly, I have no idea. Alright, well, people don't know.
Well, to be
Good.
fair, at this point, I didn't know where I was going yet either. By now, we
Fair
do.
enough.
Friendship is magic and magic is heresy. Ram, dude, you're so late. We're done. I literally arrived when it ended. Started working on the teaser. I needed one thing fast. Doing that thing took the entire chapter all night. Guys!
Oh, damn it. Both Knight and Ram missed 2 entire
You know,
chapters
I
today.
did tell everyone in 2 discords, and you're both in both, that we were starting at 3.
Yep.
Oh, you're adorable. I will post it to
Watch it
YouTube,
later.
don't worry. You can rewatch the stream and you can watch it on YouTube, don't worry. I will make it happen. Momo saying
God.
bad.
Dang it.
I know you had your own stream, that's fair. Yes, we did finish it very quickly, I agree. I did not expect that. Last time it took about an hour, for the full stream to be honest. So maybe we took about a half an hour, or I think we had 20 minutes per chapter then, so 40 minutes?
Most likely.
Something like that. Maybe these were just shorter chapters. That could mean that in the future you get longer chapters, because they do differ.
Well, it could also be that I read faster as the narrator.
I did tell you that yesterday when we were rehearsing.
So
True.
that could also be a big part in this.
And we might have talked more. Yes, Suzu, you're right. We might have talked a little more, especially at the beginning.
Yeah.
So 3 chapters next time. 9 pounds.
No promises.
No promises, but we'll talk about it.
But maybe.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Yes, you'll have to rewatch. Yes.
Yeah.
Holy reads faster as the narrator, which can be heard from the fact that he tripped over his own tongue roughly 37 times.
Now that is the exact sentence that I would have expected from Dino Senior.
True, but I mean, he is the younger version.
Exactly. That's why I like.
If you ask kindly, maybe. Good point, Mr. Knight.
Yeah, exactly. Roughly 37. Oh, it wasn't more? I expected more.
I wasn't gonna say that. You could, of course, read the 2 chapters again for which still leave you with the better part of Sunday, I guess. Who's ready for a little story from Frog? Ooh, yes,
Ooh.
please. Then I get to read something, maybe. Because I only have the lines today.
Dino Jr.
Yes.
He is right, though.
Yes, very much.
It is Dino Jr., definitely.
Story, you say? Huh? Bring it on.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
There we go. I was hoping for that. Now we need to give him time to type it out, though.
Yes.
Then the first hour was practice if we did it again. But we did practice yesterday.
We did practice, yeah.
We practice every time.
And can you imagine that I had practice and still stumbled 37 times?
I mean, you stumbled more yesterday, to be fair.
I did, yeah.
It went way better. Which is why we practice.
Exactly.
See, there's a large message being typed.
Oh, Momo
boy.
can look over the shoulder, of course. Look at the Froggo being tippity-tappy.
Tippy tappy tip. I'm curious now.
Yeah, exactly. Story from Froggo.
Maybe we're getting another true or false.
Ooh, but from Dino
Frog.
Jr.
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly.
He is Deaf Dino Jr.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh, there we go. Why is this being annoying? There you go. My old school, where both me and Holly went for coding classes, was really close to the school where Dino Senior works, so there were days when he dropped me off and we had some alone time in the car. Nothing would be said, but we'd just sit there and enjoy each other's company, which was all we needed. When he dropped me off and I got out of the car, he'd say the words, "Go get them, Dino Jr.," where I would reply with, "Will do, Dino Senior." Nice.
That is so cool. And so that's where the name Dino Senior comes from.
I think so too.
Hell yeah.
Or you extend the stream for 3 days, having it on waiting in suspense. I mean, yeah, he can't watch it until we finish it. That's true.
Correct.
That's very true. All the hearts. Yes, put more frog hypes and hearts in the chat. Come on. That's cute. That's an adorable story.
Frog hype.
There we go.
That is really nice.
He already had the name Dino, but that's indeed where the addition of Sir came.
Senior
came in. Now Frog can ask whether his story was true and have key score 7 out of 7. Well, now I know it's true. I'm not even guessing that one. That is definitely true. I can totally see that happen.
There can only be one who is 7 out of 7.
True.
And that is 7.
But he's mine, so I'd still have it. I like how Momo did that with the frog hype and the holy heart.
Yeah, that's cute.
Love you guys so much.
Yes. All y'all.
Yeah.
The entire family.
The whole family, exactly.
Takes the 7.
No. My 7. I will take you, Momo. You can share. You already got your lucky number 7. Yes, I do. I'm very lucky to have my 7.
Oh, wait, no. I think no.
There we go. It had to happen. It has to happen in every stream.
Viking hype.
Yes. Suzu is stealing the Momo.
Of course. Always. The, the frog Viking hype. It's a crossbreed. It's weird.
Yeah, but it's both green. That's why he likes them so much.
Yes.
No,
It's
Momo's.
a frog with a beard and a battle axe.
Yes. I wanted to reply, but then I'm spoiling. I shush now.
Shh.
So no ideas where this is going?
Now that I can get behind.
Careful, Key, yeah. I shush.
Whoops.
Have a hush. What? 7 just coming in.
What?
Spoiler? Tell grabs the
No.
popcorn.
No.
I shush.
We cannot tell. Not yet.
We all shush. But I do want to know where people think it's going. Like, I really want to see if anyone
Well,
can
nobody
guess.
understands.
No one knows.
No one knows where it's going. But in the meantime, you can enjoy Smiley Wolf.
Yes, he's very
The
cute.
chapter and Smiley Wolf. It's also.
Chapter and Smiley Wolf. He will stay. Or she.
Yes. They.
Well, I mean, Amarilla is a wolfie. And she's grey.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily
No,
Umbrella.
doesn't have to be.
Still.
David and Amarilla are going to have a high tea. Well, technically, yes.
Well, yeah. So you know where it's going.
True. Gotta save that content for next time. Yes,
Do we
Feet.
do it in a grin? 7 got stolen by the Suzu,
Yeah,
apparently.
7 got stolen by the Suzu. Suzu can do whatever she thinks she wants, but he's still here. I can see him. He's right there.
And then just from behind the couch, like,
Yes. And we didn't mention the thing yet. So technically she's not here.
Yep,
Don't say it.
correct.
And everyone else as well. Oh, so I can stay together with him if we all go. I'll get stolen by the Suzu.
Yep.
Shush
Ram,
them!
no!
No!
Ram, no!
Yarder.
Murder!
I don't believe you, Key. I don't see a 7, so that's what Momo says. I can see him looking at me, being like, do I now need to get up? Yuck! Murder!
Murder.
Hey, he wants to be taken. Now I see.
Now I understand.
I guess I lost my lucky number 7 in one stream. Dang it!
I sure can do it again.
Momo, can I now have you? Oh boy! Oh, there it goes! No! You come here, Key. I love this.
This is so fun.
We're just chatting now. Or just the title or the tag, so fair.
Yeah. This is what we're doing and what we're supposed to be doing. Apparently.
Now let's see if Key can become 8 out of 8. Question. Either to this day, the attic is painted in 3 colors. Light grey, dark grey, and orange. For Frog's Overwatch theme room, or I repainted it in an off-white recently. True or false? My honey.
Oh, it is a 7.
It is a 7.
Hello.
And he's gone.
And he's gone.
Would you have repainted that?
I'm waiting for your answer. Not that I know, but...
I think it's still those colors. Key is about to surpass for you, R7. I think I think it's still the colors, light grey, dark grey, and orange.
I think so too.
Do let us know. We're waiting suspensefully. 8 out of 8! 7, eat this! Love
Eat
it.
my shorts.
I love it. It's so great. Oh, I'm back to hyper, by the way.
Yeah.
Nom.
Nom. Hey, if you get told to eat anything that Dino makes, you better be
Nom nom
happy.
nom nom nom.
Because Dino is a chef. Chef Le Grande.
I'd love to try some of those puffballs.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
They're so good.
But I've been told that if he comes here, he dies, and I don't want him to die because we have a cat.
So we need to move to
To the frog. Yes.
To the frog.
We'll go to the frog. So just so you know,
the frog cave.
hijacking the frog cave. So now that's solved. One is Fen. Key is 8.
7. 7 is 7 and key is 8.
Yes. Well, apparently 1 is 7, so he's called 1 now.
Oh, yep.
Nice. Awesome. I love this.
This is awesome.
Oh, maybe we should start looking if someone is raidable today. Maybe.
Alien Wizard has just gone live.
Ooh,
The Wolf Among Us.
nice. Sounds good. Going from wolves to wolf.
Started my timer. Alright.
Nice.
So. Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Random stuff.
Awesome.
What?
So I guess
Random
we have a raider.
Yeah.
I guess we have our raid set then. Is there any questions that might be spoiler free that anyone wants to ask before we raid? Is there anything someone wants to know about what's already happened, or?
And answers that would be spoilers. We just will say like
Spoiler.
we can't answer that yet because spoilers.
Yes. No problem, no problem. Take your time. Just make sure you're ready, Suzu. Of course I do, Momo.
Momo, the family loves you, all of them individually.
Yes. We all love the Momo.
Yes.
She is to be shared, Frog. I'm sorry for not making my predictions. Don't be sorry. Don't worry. But I legally can't for the sake of spoilers. That's true.
I mean,
For some parts you cannot.
is that coming up in the next set or?
Depends on if we are going to do 2 or 3 chapters. I think. I don't remember. I can't check right now.
Well, let's
You can check.
try for 2, which means that in either
Then I don't think so, no.
5 or 6, I don't think so either.
Family.
Flamely.
And to be cherried, says Dino. Cherry is gone. Cherry's working.
Is it cherried or cherished?
Yes.
It's both.
And Cherry cherishes everyone, so that works perfectly. To be
Yes,
cherried.
even charity.
Yes. So are there any questions about the story so far? I think that's the best way to ask that. Lol.
Alright.
No questions? None at all?
It's nothing? Wow.
I guess they know what the story is gonna be.
Yep.
You don't have to tell them anymore.
Just highly anticipated.
Yeah.
Or both.
Or both.
Both is good.
Both is good. Okay, let's see. Let's do the raid. I'll have to... More fighting next time. Ooh, I'm actually not sure. Don't think so. Not in chapter 4. 5.
I don't
Definitely.
have question. I did miss some small things because I was setting up things, and my concentration sucks.
No
I shall
worries.
rewatch.
No worries.
Take your time. Take your
Exactly.
time. There are more people that need to rewatch,
For
so
sure. And
I mean,
everything
there's
is
Knight and
preserved.
Ram and other people that couldn't make it, such as Apple, who was busy at exactly this moment, of course.
Exactly.
So there are more people that need to rewatch. So
But
don't feel bad.
just for everyone that still needs to watch, I love you. Thank you for watching it, even though you couldn't be here. I love you
Of
anyway.
course.
This should work. There we go. We're setting up the raid. Since there's no more questions, it's going really quick today. Thank you guys so much for being here. We really, really appreciate it. I love you guys so much. Do you have anything to add, Holly?
Uh, no, I think you said it all. Like, thank you so much for being here. I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you're looking forward for the next time. And which will be the same time and same day, but not an announced actual date yet. That's all
Yes,
right.
we'll figure it out.
Very happy to have you all here.
Thank you guys so much. I will not do a raid message, so please just put a lot of emotes in her chat and tell her thank you for
Yes.
being here as well. And
Share the love. Throw all your love emotes at her.
we
All
will
different ones.
we will definitely all see you there. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
And see you next time.
Yeah. Bye bye.
I cut you off.